Hello and welcome to Math with Chukz, and I am Chukz, and today we're looking at this question. A kind teacher gives you 20 cents for every question you get right, but you have to pay the teacher 10 cents for every question you get wrong. After 30 questions, you have made a profit of $1.80. First question, form an equation with x representing the number of questions you got right, and B, solve your equation to find how many questions you got right. What do we do? Actually, there are two methods. There are two methods of solving this equation. The first method has to do with one equation with one variable, and the second method has to do with two equations with two variables. So we are going to do each of these methods so that you will understand. So let's begin. All right, so let us begin with the first method. So let's take a look at this. After 30 questions, that means that the total questions answered is 30. So that's a good data, and the profit is equal to $1.80. Now there's something we need to do here. Since we are talking about cents, then it is only wise for us to convert this $1.80 to cents. So $1.80 is the same thing as 180 cents. So this is what we're going to be using in solving our question. So we are asked to form an equation with x representing the number of questions you got right. That means questions got right is 20 cents times x. Since x is equal to number of questions gotten right, that is our first statement. So this is equal to 20x. And so what about the questions that we got wrong? How do we represent it in terms of x? So the questions gotten wrong is 30, which is the total questions answered minus total questions gotten right, which is x. So this is the questions that was gotten wrong. So let me write this with a red marker. So this is 30 minus x. So that means that amount paid for wrong questions is equal to 10 times 30 minus x. Now the reason why it is this way is because we were told in the question that we have to pay 10 cents to the teacher for every question gotten wrong. And if 30 minus x, which is the total number of questions we answered minus the total number of questions we got right, if this is the number of questions we got wrong, then we just multiply it by 10 cents to get the amount we paid. The profit is equal to 180 cents, and this 180 cents, how do we get it? We get it by subtracting the total number of questions we got right and the amount we gained from getting those questions right from this one here. So what I'm trying to say is that what we get is 20x minus 10 open bracket 30 minus x. This is the whole expression. So let's write this properly. So right now we can just solve for x. So the first thing we have to do, if you remember bid mass, we handle the brackets first. So when we open the bracket, what we have is 20x minus 10 times 30 minus 10 times minus x equal to 180. So this is equal to 20x minus 300 plus 10x equal to 180. So when we collect like terms, what we have is 20x plus 10x equals to 180 plus 300. So 20x plus 10x is 30x equal to 480. So the next thing we do is to divide both sides by 30 to get the value of x. So when we do that, we have 480 divided by 30 here. So 30 cancels out here, 0 cancels out here. So we're left with x equal to 48 over 3. When we work this out, 3 into itself is 1, 3 into 4 is 1, and it remains 4, and 3 into 18 is 6. So that means that x is equal to 16. All right, so this means that the number of questions that was gotten right is 16. So therefore, number of right questions is equal to 16. Now we can actually run a test to see, because we're told that 20 cents is given for every question. So that means 20 cents times 16, which is the questions that we got right. So 20 times 16 is 320, but his profit, what he got was $1.80 from this expression we got before. That is 10 into 30 minus x, and x is 16. So we have 10 into 30 minus 16 is 14. So 10 times 14 is 140. So if we do 320 minus 140, what we're expecting is 180. So let's see. So that is it, 180. which is the same thing as $1.80. So we're right. So this is the first method of solving this equation. So let's go for the second method. First of all, we have to know that if X represents the number of questions that is right, then Y represents the number of questions that we got wrong. And X plus Y should give us the total number of questions that we answered, which is 30. So this is the first equation. Now, we were told that 20 cents was paid for every question we got right. So that is 20 times X. And then when we subtract it by the questions we got wrong, which is 10 times Y, the total number or our profit will come out to be 180 cents. And this is equation 2. Now we begin to solve the equation. Now I would like to use substitution method. So what I will say is that from equation 1, my X is equal to 30 minus Y. If I make X subject of formula, then the next thing I do is to put X equal to 30 minus Y in equation 2. So I have 20 open bracket 30 minus Y close bracket minus 10Y is equal to 180. So when I open this bracket, what I have is 2 times 3 is 6. So I have 600 here minus 20 times minus Y is minus 20Y, and then minus 10Y is equal to 180. So what I'm going to do next is to collect like terms. So that is 600 minus 180 is equal to 20Y plus 10Y. And what is 600 minus 180? Think about 420 or so. Yeah, 420 is equal to 30Y. So the next thing I have to do is to divide both sides by 30. So this goes. So Y is equal to 42 divided by 3. Alright, so 42 divided by 3, 3 goes here 1, 3 goes here 1, remainder 1, and 3 into 12 is 4. So Y is equal to 14. Alright, so we put Y equal to 14 in equation 1. Now recall that equation 1 is X plus Y equal to 30. So that is when we put Y, we have X plus 14 equal to 30. So X is equal to 30 minus 14, and X therefore is equal to 16. Boom. So you see that these are two methods of solving the same question, and they are both okay. This is the beautiful thing about mathematics. There are different methods for solving a question, and at the end of the day, all the methods you choose will still arrive at the same answer. So there you have it. So that is how you solve this amazing question, how to convert word problems into algebra. If you found this video interesting, consider subscribing to my channel. And in case you are interested in having a tutor, an online tutor, you can check out my link in the description, and I'll be seeing you there. See you in the next video, and have a lovely day. Bye.